We're digging in the backyard. They were going through the basement. They opened a locked door, collected a life-size doll behind a case, and also more than 200 guns. We are live here in New York, just feet away from where the suspected Long Island serial killer was arrested. And we're here at Gilgo Beach, and not far from here is where the remains of those Gilgo 4, those victims, were located. Rex Heuermann facing charges in the deaths of 3 women of the 11 that were found in that Gilgo Beach area, and pending charges right now with a 4th woman. We were in the first couple rows, surrounded by 20-something police officers guarding every entrance and waiting for that suspect, who's larger than life, 6'4", very large man, towering over everybody else in the room, standing quite close to the judge as he stood there in handcuffs. He didn't have a tie, he had a blue shirt on. He also had cargo khaki pants. He whispered to his attorney at one point in time, but then there was a moment in time when he went to leave, Vinny, and he looked over at the gallery, looked for the media in particular, stopped, stared at each one of us, and then slowly left the courtroom. The suspected Long Island serial killer's wife speaking out and talking to Court TV. How are you holding up?
What you see, right? It is what it is.
How are you getting through the day with media and with all the questions? I know it must be tough.
Moment by moment.
A major development today as one of the 11 murder victims discovered near the Gilgo Beach area of Long Island is identified. This is where that suspect, Rex Heuermann, worked as an architect since 1994. Just a few blocks away from Rex Heuermann's home is this, the Long Island train station, Massapequa Park. This is the platform Rex Heuermann would go to each and every day, as he would be in a suit and tie and head to New York City, 5th Avenue, where his architecture firm office was located. We're going to hop on a train now and show you his commute. So the train's just arrived. We're going to get on board and we'll take you to Manhattan. All right, so we're approaching our stop. This is Penn Station. This is near his work. This is the train stop. So I had a timer going, about 52 minutes so far. I'm noticing, everyday people on board, some business people. This would be a train that anybody would blend in. And that's exactly what he did for so many years. You have some of the bodies found with Gilgo 4 that were in the burlap and they were also bound. And then you have some of other bodies in the 11 found in this area that were dismembered. Off Ocean Parkway here in Long Island, off the sandy shore, this is where a gruesome discovery took place. Off the water here, 4 victims were discovered. Now to show you where in relation to where the next body was found, to the Gilgo 4, we have to get behind the wheel. There has been some reporting out of the courtroom of, once again, Rex Heuermann, like when I was in court covering it for Court TV, looked out at the gallery, stared at the reporters, and then walked out. All right, suspected Long Island serial killer Rex Heuermann back in court today for this pretrial conference. Heuermann was arrested and charged for the murders of 3 women in July, Megan Waterman, Melissa Bartholomew, Amber Costello, and remains the prime suspect in the death of Maureen Brainerd Barnes. All 4 victims were sex workers who disappeared after meeting a client. Their bodies discovered near Gilgo Beach, wrapped in burlap. Some were wrapped with tape and also belts, Ted. And I think that that's what we're waiting for the most in this case. Is they say that they have some evidence that they are testing for this 4th victim. When, if, will he get charged?